Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Box Score Sports YouTube channel. I'm your host, Ryan. On today's episode, we're going to quickly just talk about the Houston Rockets getting Kevin Durant in a trade today with the Phoenix Suns. We'll just go over the trade itself. I'm going to grade each team because everybody does, so why not do what everybody does? And talk about it just for a brief second. Let me know in the comments down below. Give me a grade for each team. What are your thoughts on this trade? What does it do for the Rockets moving forward and the Suns moving forward and all that good stuff? Don't forget to like the channel and subscribe. And I'll be honest. I'll start out with saying that I really think that the Suns shot themselves in the foot again. I think the Rockets easily won this trade. I don't think it's that close. I'm going to start with the Rockets side of the ball. A minus. I think they did not have to give up a whole lot to get somebody like Kevin Durant, who, even though he is 36, 37 years old, right? He's still one of the most efficient scorers in the league. He can shoot the lights out of the ball, and he will for probably another 2-3 years, right? Just because of his height. He's a really good one-on-one scorer still. He's not as great as he once was, but he's really good at it. And it's exactly what the Rockets needed. Somebody at the end of games that can perform at a high level if needed. He can do that. Now we'll see, obviously as he gets older, if that will, diminish a little bit. Maybe he won't be as good as as he gets older. But I think for next year, they set themselves up to succeed. Not only that, but they keep a lot of their assets, right? They didn't lose Easton. They didn't lose Whitmore. They didn't lose Smith. They didn't lose Reed. They kept Thompson. They kept Şengün, and they kept the 2027 first round pick from Phoenix. I mean, it's a home run. It's a home run in that sense. The reason why I did an A minus instead of an A, I do think Dillon Brooks did provide them something, sort of a veteran presence, leadership, the defensive mindset that Dillon Brooks has. I think they'll miss it a little bit, but I don't think it'll outweigh the positive that Kevin Durant brings on the offensive side of the ball. But man, you can get Kevin Durant without trading any of those big assets away. I just think that's a home run to me. I don't know. Speaking of I don't know what the Suns are doing. I don't understand the direction they're going. I don't understand why. When it was first rumored that Jalen Green was going to be the centerpiece of the trade for Kevin Durant, I kind of laughed. I'm like, why would they want Beal, Green, and Booker all on the same team? They are all the same type of player, except Booker's just the best one of them. Booker's more efficient. He's better. Green isn't, right? He's not very efficient. Beal, he isn't as efficient. Beal has a no trade clause, so you can't just trade Bradley Beal unless if maybe they look at it and hey, can we attach the 10th overall pick that we just got from the Rockets and send Beal and the 10th pick to another team that that Beal will be a fan of going to? Maybe. I just don't see it. Rumor was that what's his name there? Green would just be shipped somewhere else. It makes sense to me if they do that. And maybe they can reap some more assets or a better player to pair with Dillon Brooks and Booker. That could work, but it just depends on the player. Let's say if it's Brooklyn and you get Nick Claxton, among other things, but let's say Nick Claxton is part of the deal and you got a better center. That would make a little bit of sense. I'm trying to think of other teams, maybe maybe you send them to Washington and you get something out of Washington. That would make sense. For me, I don't know what it is that Jalen Green will necessarily fetch him, but at least he could get him something except that the rumor is that they want to pair Green and Booker together. That's what it said on Twitter. The prolific scorer they called Jalen Green. Now, I don't mean to hate on Jalen Green. I think he's a fine player. He's still young. Maybe he can grow a little bit more, but his efficiency is not great. He scores in bunches, but man, he shoots what, 44% from the field and 33% from three. He's got to be better than that if he's going to be a real contributor to a basketball team. So I'm going to give the Suns a D minus. I don't know. I like the Brooks part. I think pairing Brooks with Booker, that makes sense. A more of a defensive enforcer, kind of a guy who can sometimes handle the ball. Not, like he can get his own points sometimes. You got to be careful because he's got to, be shooting okay. But he's a solid player. I like him next to Booker, defensive-minded a forward. That makes sense. So I want to give them a D minus. They also got the 10th pick, but they did not. Again, like think of all the people they did not get in this trade. They did not get Smith. They did not get Easton. They didn't even get Whitmore. You couldn't even get Cam Whitmore. You got the 10th pick. You couldn't get your own pick. I know that the Rockets were really stingy about giving that pick up, but I don't know. Hold on to it then. Hold on to Durant. Get a better offer. I know it was just between them, the Heat and them, but maybe wait till after the draft and see what happens. Like, I think this was a little rushed by the Suns, and all it takes is one injury or a desperate team to be in the middle of December, and you might have got a better offer. This offer, I don't understand it. Again, I do like Dylan Brooks next to Booker. I really like that, but I'm not a fan overall of this trade. I wish they would have got like one more asset or two more. Like, let's say if it was like Brooks with Smith, Whitmore, and Green, right? I would have been like, okay. And the 10th pick, I would have been like, okay, they couldn't get their pick, but at least they got some young guys that maybe have potential to build around. I would have liked it a little better. I would have probably went to a B minus. But the fact is, they only wound up with Jalen Green, who is the exact same player as Booker, who's the exact same player as Beal. And I'm not saying, like, obviously they all bring their own little thing, but overall they like to create their own shots. They are good. They're not playmakers. They don't like move the ball. The best position for all three of them is an off-ball two guard, right? That Booker's best years were next to Chris Paul. Okay, Beal, John Wall was there, right? Jalen Green, he's still young. So anyway, I don't like it for the Suns whatsoever. Just in case you're wondering, one last time. Okay, so those are my thoughts on the trade between the Rockets and the Suns. Rockets A minus. You get that score that can score at the end of the games. He is 36. His skill set will continue to diminish, but I think he will always be able to score the basketball. He's a 7-foot sharpshooter, and maybe he'll be reinvigorated in a situation where he has an actual chance of winning basketball games as far as a championship at a championship level. And then I like the Dylan Brooks fit with the Suns, but D minus for the Suns. Didn't like the Jalen Green. Didn't like the fact that they didn't get any other assets. I don't know. Rough day for the Suns, in my opinion. We'll see if they can rebound it with maybe a Jalen Green trade or something like that moving forward. That's all I got for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below. What's your grade? What do you think of the trade? Leave a like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.